Hello, it's Ricardo, and welcome to a game that seems to have surfaced in the Star Wars community recently and is available on itch.io. It's not official, it's a fan game, to be perfectly honest with you. And if you feel comfortable installing fan games, then by all means, this could be a quick little bit of a Star Wars release for you. It's called Star Wars DeathTroopers. Now, it's very loosely based on a book by Joe Schreiber that was released in October 2009 that takes place about a year before A New Hope. Now, the paperback was released in 2010, and I have a copy of it myself, and it's a really good short story, short book, a little bit of horror that's been brought into Star Wars. This obviously predates Disney taking over it anyway, although those of you who are fans of the Ahsoka TV show, the Mandalorian universe, that sort of thing, would have found out that there are now Death Troopers, so to speak, inside the Star Wars universe. So we have to wonder if this is canon. This, however, is a short project that's been made by the developer, Stefano Cagini. This is version 3 of this survival game. Now, it does see, and we'll play the full game and intro sequence a little bit later on in this video, a lone stormtrooper coming towards a Star Destroyer. He docks, and then horror happens. Let's get on with it, and let's see what's going on in this Star Wars fan game. Now, like I say, this game is available to download free, or you can make a donation to the developer if you want to on itch.io, and I'll put the link in the description. I'm, however, nowhere affiliated with the developer. I'm just a Star Wars fan, like a bit of Stormtrooper zombies, if you know what I mean. Take a look. Let me know in the comments what you think. Right, okay, let's get started then. So, Star Wars DeathTroopers, a fan game. So we've got a nightmare mode. Seems to be the only mode. It's a horror game. A long time ago in a horror galaxy, far, far away. So we've got a bit of voice acting. Pretty good for a fan film. So what ships? Oh, he's flying up. What is that? TIE Advanced? TIE Interceptor?
I'm almost there. I found the Star Destroyer.
Anyway, that's by the by. So we've got Star Destroyer. Okay, great. And that's a very good effect. I like how he's done this. It's a good sort of effect on the FMV sequence of like an old video as well.
It's terribly damaged. The lights are off. It seems abandoned. I get closer. I try to dock in the lower hatch.
Okay. I don't want to go nitpicking because it's a fan game, but like perhaps the scale of the TIE Fighter to the Star Destroyer is a little bit wrong, but hey, who cares? Star Wars, isn't it? They're all dead. They're all dead, Jim. Jim, they're all dead.
There's blood everywhere. Something serious has happened. I proceed to inspect the corridors.
That's a very good eerie effect of the jammed doors. Utter carnage everywhere. That is bound to go bleh, isn't it? Come on, let's face it. Oh, it did. Zombies. Zombie Death Troopers, that's what it's all about. Okay, that's going on a bit too long, isn't it? Oh no, his head's stuck in the way, stopping the door. Mind the doors. Yeah, he's had a few pasties and a kebab. after a long night out down the Witherspoons. Okay, so that was the opening FMV sequence. Very good. Sets the scene, doesn't it? I'm waiting for something to happen. Nothing seems to be happening. With a black screen. Ooh, here we go. Explore the corridors. We've got a torch. We've got the E11 blaster. Good stuff. WASD to move. Mouse to aim and shoot. Okay. Interesting to point out, you can't just press the mouse button to shoot. You've got to press the aim to shoot. So that's something. I mean, for a fan game, this is great. Must be done in Unreal. Unreal 5, perhaps? I don't know. Some poor fella's got his leg stuck. Never mind, that's probably the least of his problems, since he's dead. Handprints on the wall. Oh. We got there. We got, there's an R5 unit. I think it was an R5 unit. Is it an R5 unit? Imperial colours. It's an R5 unit. I actually built one of those, you know. Now, people who follow my channel know I'm a fan, so I do have a full-size R2-D2 in my office. Here we go. What's going on here? He's looking all tense, as you would be, mind you. More carnage than a butcher's shop. Look at it. Oh. He's a bit wibbly wobbly, isn't he? Okay, here we go. Made the right mess of that white armor. Oh, here he comes. Oh, typical E11, isn't it? I mean, you can't hit a barn door at 80 paces. And it seems that it's survival. So what we've got to do is, I'm assuming this countdown, hold off the stormtroopers as long as we can until the timer runs out. Okay. Getting the headshots, looking around here. I mean, what we got? Couple of dead stormtroopers. Oh, here they come. There's no ammo limitation by the look of it. Ooh, and I like being nibbled. Someone's giving me a nibbling. Let's get my back to the door. Ooh, misses. Oh, add him. So I got my back to one of the corridors where the door doesn't open and there's no other doors coming out. And I'm shooting that stormtrooper and he's not dying. But then again, you know, you've got to give it a bit of leeway because it's a fan game. I mean, they've got the stormtrooper, or the zombie stormtrooper sort of like staggering. Zombie stagger, zombie swaying really well. They got it down to a fine art by the look of it. Really good. Couple of minutes left now. We're taking the fight to the zombie DeathTroopers. Interesting stuff. Oh, my blaster's overheated. What's going on? Oh, that's going to stop you just charging around, just laying out crimson death at everybody. That's fair enough. I seem to have got into a place now where no one's staggering through the door on my right. No one's coming through the door on my left. But they all seem to be here. Yet the door is stopping them. That's a bit of a shame. I'm certainly not going to go down there and have a go. I'll get deaded. I mean, this entire game is very, say, loosely based on a book that came out around 2010. DeathTroopers in the Star Wars universe are the very sort of like 6 foot, 7 foot tall, black armored troopers as well, special commandos that were brought around, I think, for Imperial intelligence and all that sort of stuff. So it's not to be confused by that. I mean, the book that I mentioned that this is loosely based on has a fairly good synopsis on the internet. So I read it a couple of years ago, and there's a prison barge where there's 2 inmates, and something goes horribly wrong, right? So they're imprisoned with the Empire. Okay, what happens is then, you know, the Imperial Star Destroyer comes around, it links up with another Imperial Star Destroyer, and then in regards to that, then it takes on some sort of disease. This prison barge links up with the Star Destroyer that they found in the area, drifting, a derelict, and it seems abandoned. Although when a boarding party goes over then to this abandoned Star Destroyer to look for parts to repair their prison barge, only a few of the boarding party come back because there's a horrific disease that is actually lethal. And then, as you can guess, like with all these sort of zombie horror things, the disease comes back and reinfects the prison barge. So you go from the frying pan into the fire. A couple of, you know, Star Wars canon characters in there. Han Solo and Chewbacca are actually in the book. Not going to spoil too much of what goes on. So you've got a little bit of relatability between Star Wars as we know it and a little bit of, you know, zombie horror as well. It's a really good book. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Kindle and all that sort of thing, and it's quite good. Suffice to say, I mean, Stormtrooper zombies, how cool is this? Why hasn't Disney brought us a Stormtrooper zombies game on the back of Battlefront with EA? They do it for Call of Duty. Why not this? How cool would this be? Well, I'm down to 38 seconds now. 30 seconds, and I seem to have cheesed the game completely because no one's coming in from the right, which is a little bit of a shame, but you know, hey, you can't knock a fan-filled game of this. It was quite entertaining, to be perfectly honest with you. The E11 overheating is quite good. Ammo would be quite good, so you'd have to jump across, pick up any ammo off fallen troopers. That would be quite good, I think. And perhaps even a cooldown bar as well. On the screen will do something, and obviously have the troopers coming more of a horde as opposed to one coming out of the door on the left. Oh, we got an FMV sequence. Zombies have stopped. Well, we all know who this is. It's Vader. Very blurry Vader. If the House of Mouse get hold of this, good grief. It's not going to be on long, I would imagine. And he's still got his saber. How much of a zombie is he? Oh. Someone's had a nibble. And that's it. There you go. Entertaining. Not without its problems, but hey, you know, better than nothing for a little bit of Star Wars zombie shooting. And there's our main protagonist, hung up from a meat hook. It's very kind of him. Severed at the waist, obviously by Vader's lightsaber. The end. Pretty good, no? Pretty good. Certainly pretty good for a fan-filled game, and hats off to the guy who wrote it. You know, I thought it was good. Really good. Anyway, there you go. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching this video on this indie game. Take a look. Although, I scanned it for viruses. I didn't find anything on there. Up to you if you want to download it. I'll see you soon.